All right. Vanderbilt. One person in the chat, fan, has said that Field of 68 needs to come down to Memorial Coliseum. You guys,
it's
keep winning.
awesome.
Guys, keep winning. We'll go. Stop rushing the court. You've cost your program $750,000 now.
Keep rushing it.
Yeah. Look, $750,000.
Cornelius Vanderbilt's got bread. Okay,
You
Cornelius Vanderbilt's got bread. If you want to rush
true.
court, take your happy ass up on that court.
That's true. Vanderbilt beat Kentucky 74-69. Second straight Saturday they've had a win over a top 10 team. My take on After Dark on Saturday night was that this says more about Vanderbilt than it does about Kentucky. Some bad decisions from Lamont Butler down the stretch. Second straight game, he's had some issues. I think that they needed that backup point guard. They need Kirk Creasy to come back. No Andrew Carr, obviously, but Fanta, did this win? I think this win said more about Vanderbilt than it did about any issues that Kentucky has. Vanderbilt's for real, man. They're good.
Well, when you upset Tennessee, and then the following Saturday you beat Kentucky after you really got drubbed by Alabama, that's saying something. Mark Byington was a fantastic hire. I mean, fantastic. Like, for where Vandy was as a program coming off Stack, the job is a good job in its league. Let's face it, it's not. Any SEC job's a good job, right, in today's climate. But that is a bottom 3 job in that league. It is, when you look at the quality of programs. Where they were, now T.O.'s right. You start to win, you go to some dinners over there. That's a very,
they love hoop, man. You win at Vanderbilt, they love it.
Lucrative part of town. And oh, by the way, last I checked, if you win in basketball, you are king there, because the football program ain't writing home about anything here right now. So
Correct.
You can win in basketball, you're going to be here. You know, you're gonna rise up. Now football had a good year as well, but I'm just saying, I saw them down in Charleston, and I thought a couple of things. One, they played smart, they played hard, and they had the right players.
Yeah.
So, keep rushing the floor. I mean,
like you said, they got a lot of money. TK says, keep rushing. All right, Vanderbilt fans, you have my permission. Get the floor. Let's get that $1 million fine. We've never seen one in the SEC. Get on that floor.
They bring in Jason Edwards from North Texas. They bring in Devin McLaughlin from Boston College, one of a couple Boston College transfers who's gone on to brighter days. They bring in Tyler Nickel from Virginia Tech. And Tyler Nickel, when he starts to make some shots, oh boy, get out of the way. I mean, he can get hot in a hurry. I saw him in Charleston have like 23 points and a half. And they've just got the right blend of players. They brought in Jalen Carey. They bring him from James Madison. Mark won at JMU. And won at a very high level. They ran Wisconsin off the floor in the NCAA tournament. It was non-competitive in the game. His team plays the right way. He's an expert coach. I hope he stays at Vandy as long as possible, because I think he could be the coach at a big-time place one day. I'm serious. I'm not kidding you. I think if North Carolina opens in 2 or 3 years, Mark Byington could be on the list. That's how highly I think. What's that?
Was he ever on staff there? Did he ever play there? Are they going to go out the family? Like,
they got to. They have to. That's a whole other conversation
for a different day.
But the point is, for this show, congrats to the Commodores. Your rise is refreshing. You're gonna make the NCAA tournament, and it's really cool, man.
Congrats to the Commodores, and I'm going to try to get your coach to another job.
Hey, man, that's not a job where you just leave flippantly. I'm telling you, you get Vanderbilt going, it's a unique atmosphere. It's a highly academic institution. They will bend a little bit to get certain guys in. It's the reputation. The city of Nashville is awesome.
Maybe we have
that
to go.
Floor, the arena, guys. I don't know if you've been there, but I was recruited at Vanderbilt quite a bit. I actually thought I was going to go to Vanderbilt for a long time. Like,
then you realize they had standards for what kind of student you were going to be. And you're like,
I was a good student. Hey, don't. Let's not do that now. We can bring up GPAs. Doesn't bother me a bit now. Hey, but no, I thought I was going to go to Vanderbilt. That place is That place is incredible. They will pay for basketball. The Fighting Will Purdue's. I mean, like they're going to keep rolling it out, and it's a really cool atmosphere that you can sell because you're the big man on campus if you win games.
Yeah.
So, and you're one of two schools in that conference where you are the sport if you win games. Kansas, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, what people forget is that like there was a while where Kevin Stallings had that thing
was
absolutely rolling. I think it was 5 tournaments in 6 years, made a Sweet 16. Like we're talking like 3, 4, 5 seeds.
Yeah.
Now, next
John
5
Jenkins,
games,
right? Jeffrey Taylor, like he was
Jeff
he was a dog, man.
Swedish Jeff Taylor.
Yeah, of course you know that. Of
Yep.
course you absolutely know that.
I'll tell you what, Tuesday, Feb 11. I think you're in Kentucky, Robert.
Oh yeah.
But that night, Vanderbilt has Auburn at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Better get on that floor, baby. You win it, you get on that floor, get that $1 million fine. This isn't really like a hot take. I was thinking about this talking to one of the Tennessee assistants, and he was saying he was just talking about how physical it is every night in that conference, and it got me to thinking. Right? Do you remember how we said that about the Big 12, TO? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when the Big 12 was absolutely at its peak, when we were talking like 12 teams were all in like the top 50 in KenPom. The physicality, the defense, the turnovers that they tried to force, the style that you tried to play there. I think that's the SEC now. When watching it in person in Auburn, like you could have called a foul on every single possession, and there were blatant no calls on both sides of the ball. And I feel like that's a nightly occurrence in this conference. Like you better bring your big boy pants. If you're going to go play in that league, you better hit the weight room. It is no joke.
I think the variance of how you can play, because when you go up to Kentucky, you might have to score 100.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to go to Tennessee and you got to win in the 50s. Like that's what makes it hard to me. It is physical. Don't get me wrong, but the variance of the league. Florida's going to score 100. Kentucky's going to score 100. Tennessee can't score 100 with a pencil, but they're going to force you to play their way. That's what's the hard part, for that league for me, because you have to be so well rounded. Hey, by the way, we're not giving enough credit real quick on Vanderbilt. Tyler Tanner, 6 foot maybe. I mean, he's first in the country in turnover rate for a point guard. He's I think third in the country in steal rate. You want to talk about a point guard's point guard? He's of the Darius Garland camp, kind of came from that same area in Brentwood. Like they have a backup guard they can go to that's not going to turn it over, that's going to set his guys up. And if he's not in the all freshman conversation in the SEC, somebody needs to reevaluate, because that dude has been incredible.